what's up, guys? I'm just out riding in the middle of nowhere, and I just thought, what a great day to just go walk up in some of these mountains. I keep riding down alongside some of these trails. There's like, you can't even see it, but I think this is Last Chance Trail. I just thought I'd kind of head for the hills. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and I just wanted to kind of take a walk way up in some of these mountains back here. I keep riding past them all the time, and somebody dug out a whole bunch of these old, I think they're exploratory mines. Like way up in here, somebody dug out a ton of rock. And there's even a couple archways up there. And I just wanted to check it out because it seemed really cool. And there's a lot of traction. Like, on a lot of these mountains, they're like really sharp, and they really just grip to my shoes very well. Sorry, it's so windy out. Holy shit. Alrighty, so I made it up to the top of this part of this mountain here. There's this big opening here. I don't know if you can see how large this is. Somebody was probably digging for gold up here. I could only imagine. So I thought, hey, why don't you just check some of these places out? Because there's all kinds of little pockets and little openings all over the place here. So I just wanted to check out from way down there. If you can see my bike's like way down there. And I think this is called Last Chance Road. Like this little tiny road you see, oops, like right there. I think that takes you back to Pahrump, I believe. At least that's going east. So that should take me back to town. But anyways, I was going down this dirt road from Ash Meadows, which is like way out there, and this takes you to Pahrump as far as I'm concerned. I think my GPS told me. So anyways, I'm up here in this mountain, and I just wanted to check out what was going on in this little exploratory mine here. So you can see, this is like really smooth here and there, but it's really steep. So you gotta like be careful. There's a lot of stuff to hold on to. And it's really extra grippy too. I don't know if you can see how grippy some of this texture is, but I can totally see how like mountain goats can make it up some of this terrain, because this stuff is like sharp as glass. So I just wanted to kind of walk around and see what was going on in this old mine. And it didn't seem like it goes too far in, but I just like walking around in some of these, so you never know what you're gonna find. There's a lot of like low-hanging rock. You gotta look out for some of that. And I found, and one thing that I did find in the back of this mine, there's like, you never know what you're gonna find, but in the back of this one, it's been sitting for some time, and it seems, I don't know if you can see this, and there's like a gigantic, like honeycomb, like all over the place from like long ago. I mean, I would imagine if that was all honey, that's probably at least 50 to 100 pounds of like honey, but it's like super old. And you can see, yeah, this is like, wow, that's about as old as it gets. Yeah, this is like super duper old. But I thought that was pretty neat. Kind of smells like honey. Anyways, yeah, you never know what you're gonna find. Also, there's like a little bird's nest too. Here's a tiny little bird's nest too. It just burrowed right into the mountains. That's pretty cool. I guess nature has got to live somewhere, and where better than in this little mine? There's plenty of room. Like if you had to like pop a tent in here or something like that, I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem accommodating a little tent, and you'd be totally out of the weather. I mean, that's probably at least almost 20 feet across, really. And it's just Nothing but a ledge right above me. So I thought it was just a cool place to just make a quick video. I'm just gonna keep hopping around some of these little mountain areas and just do some metal detecting and just check it out. All right, guys. So now I'm still on the side of Last Chance Road, which is way out this way. That heads towards Pahrump. And this is like an 8-mile dirt road, and it takes you all the way over to Ash Meadow Road, which is like another gravel road. But it kind of heads towards like Death Valley Junction, sort of in that area once you get out there. But I just thought I may as well stop on the side of this road because there's a lot of cool different little broken mountains. So this is one of the smaller mountains on the side of the road. And I thought I may as well stop because it's got all kinds of cool little dugout spots. Somebody spent a lot of time just digging that out, primitive mining. And oftentimes it harbors a lot of animals and wildlife that live up in these old mines. So this could be like some kind of like primitive mining, or this could have been some old outlaws abandoned little lookout. You know, you never know. Some of these places, there's thousands of these little dugout spots all over up in these mountaintops. You can see like some of these are like way up there. That's kind of heading north. And this is kind of heading south. You can see some of these way up in this mountain. There are just tons and tons of little mines way up there. And I keep wanting to just crawl up there. Like that one's really cool too because it's like way up on top. That's around, I think, like 3,500 feet. But it's not too much of a climb. And when you climb up the side of some of these mountains, it's oftentimes, surprisingly, pretty smooth. It's almost like a sidewalk going up there because there's wild animals that they use it too. There's a lot of game trails way up where you wouldn't even believe it. Like yesterday, I didn't have my camera going, but I saw this jackrabbit that was probably like, it had to have been almost 2 feet long and at least 4 or 5 pounds. This thing was the biggest rabbit I've ever seen, and it was living its life way up on top of some of these mountains that I go up to. So it's kind of neat. You never know what you're going to run into. And I just thought, heck, why not just stop? I just wanted to stretch my legs anyways from being on a long ride. So I just wanted to walk around kind of the edge of this mountain here. It's not very big. It's only like, I think that only goes up maybe 500 feet, maybe that much. Because this one over here, this one doesn't even have a name. I checked my GPS, but I'm at 2,800 feet right now, and that's at 4,100 feet. So that's kind of quite a difference. And one thing you always want to have, and I'm not sponsored by Garmin, but my little Garmin handheld is like definitely something that is a very useful tool. Because right now, I have 0 cell signal right now at the moment. So this one tells me exactly where I'm at, and you can use Bluetooth and you can send it to your cell phone too. So that's really handy to have it hands-free, because then I can just ride around on my bike and I don't really have to look at a GPS Garmin in my hand. So I can just use my phone. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of walk around and check out some of this mountain here. It's a nice day out today. It's probably in the 70s. It's kind of windy out. And also, it's really flat around here too. There's tons of like flat areas everywhere, and every once in a while you'll have like a wash that's like just a dry little wash where all these rocks collected back in the day. But I thought this was a really cool place to stop. It's right on the side of this dirt road, and it seems like people camp around here too. All right, finally in the shade. It's pretty hot in the sun. Almost like a 20-degree difference, that's for sure. When you're in the blazing sun of the southwest and then coming into the shade. So now. This is kind of the cave. You can kind of see this cave from the side of the road. Can you see this? Okay. So that's the cave I was seeing from the side of the road. I just wanted to check this out, or see how steep this is, because some of this is pretty steep. And it seems like someone was camping around here too. There's like firewood around here. There's a couple of pre-cut. Yeah, somebody left a whole bunch of wood here. So there was people camping out here. It's pretty nice. There's all kinds of like animal holes. But here's that hole that I was looking at. I don't know if you can see that. Oh my gosh, there's a second one. Oh, I didn't see that one. Man, that looks really sketchy. I wonder if I can climb this. Doesn't seem too bad. It almost has footsteps here. Wow, this is really steep. Whoa, I don't know. I might climb up there when I have my hands free of the camera, because that is really steep. That goes up like 4 or 5 feet every foot, that's for sure. So I was just kind of walking around. I like walking around, checking out all this cool stuff. All these mountains just came out of the ground. Wow, it looks like those rocks are just gonna fall straight down. You see those ones up over here? But anyways, yeah, this is just kind of cool. Wow, look at this. Like this too. This whole thing could probably fall over if you just took off one of those legs there. Jeez. That looks really dangerous. Look at that. It's just this little piece that's holding up. Can you see all that? That's probably like 5,000 pounds of rock. This too. This is pretty neat. This whole thing is just loose all the way up. It's just a natural arch. That's pretty neat. That's what I like looking at. This really big piece of rock. I couldn't imagine how this just rose out of the ground, or it just eroded. Yeah, and then you got other places kind of like this too. Somebody just dug out a whole bunch of stuff. This is a little smoother. But yeah, you could like almost camp here. It's nice and flat. Look at this. There's like enough room to, you'd be out of the shade for sure. And if that all fell on you at nighttime, you'd be asleep anyways. You wouldn't even know it. Alright, so anyways, I'm just going to crawl around, kind of check this out. I just wanted to walk around. It's a beautiful day out. It's probably in the 70s. Hope you guys are having a great day. I just like walking around in the desert and seeing what I can see. What other hazards are going on up there? All that loose rock just holding tight way up there. Yeah, it's just a nice day to be outside, that's for sure. I wish I knew this trail was back here, because I could have just drove my bike back here. Oh, here's another little dugout spot. There's a lot of birds around here. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like some of this is like literally like a sidewalk. Like you can walk straight up here, like a long ways. And it goes all the way up, that whole crack. You could just walk this whole crack. But I'm not going to do that today. But this is the easiest way. If you were to walk up some of this, there's a lot of the times you can find a little walkway. You'll gain some serious elevation on some of these. You can find just this little crack and go all the way up a huge mountain. That's what I was doing the other day. That was so much fun. But it's hard to do when you kind of have to concentrate sometimes. So you don't want to go falling off a mountain when you're out in the middle of nowhere. So I was just kind of checking it out. Seems like there's a lot of roads. I'm trying to check out all these roads back here. There's got to be like, I don't even know how many roads just come off of Last Chance Road, but it is a ton, that is for sure. So I've been out here a few days and I barely touched any of these trails. I mean, they go for a long, long ways. Just going straight off into the mountains. And way out that way towards Johnny, there's tons of trails out that way too. So just something to consider if you got a 4x4 or something like that. All the roads are pretty flat. As long as you had like probably like a Jeep would be the best. I see a lot of people with Jeeps out here. So I'm just kind of, wow, this is really soft. My feet are like sinking into this sandy dirt. All right, so hope you guys are having a great day. I just wanted to walk around this mountain real quick and just see what there is to see. All right, I'm gonna keep heading down the road here on Last Chance Road. And if I see anything else cool, I will make sure to stop and throw this on the video. I haven't posted anything in a little while, so my apologies, but I just wanted to say hello. I'm still doing all right. Still on 2 wheels almost every day. So keep on having a great day and check out these ants too. They're thriving in the middle of the desert. Just a whole bunch of them. So that's kind of cool too. There's a whole bunch of wildlife out here. Tons of there's all kinds of insects flying around all over the place. Honeybees. And I don't even think the honeybees stopped collecting all winter. I pretty much saw honeybees all winter long. I don't know where they were getting their pollen from or whatever, but I always keep my dog bowl out because they say keep water out, especially in the desert, just to feed insects. And I noticed birds actually drink out of my dog's water bowl too. So just always keep that in mind. Think about nature, think about others, and treat people the way you want to be treated. All right. Okay, I'm a little further down on Last Chance Road, and I'm a little closer to Ash Meadows over this way. As you can see, way out that way, way out this way is Ash Meadows, which is just a little bit east of Ash Meadows. There's the Funeral Mountain Range over that way, and there's all kinds of people. There's people that camp out here. So wow, there's a huge glare on my mirror. But there's like people that camp out here right on the edge of Ash Meadows. I don't even know if I can see where oh, there. No? Yeah, there. Okay. So there's people camping out here. This guy, he's got like a truck camper and an enclosed trailer too. And that guy's been parked out here probably since fall, probably. So some people apparently, I don't know if the BLM just doesn't check on people, which who cares? This is all public lands. But I mean, some people park out here for probably a year or more, something like that. But I just thought this was a cool place to stop. Someone made a fire ring of the female symbol, apparently. They probably pulled up here in their Subaru and spent the night and made their nice, cool little ring of fire. That would be a nice little touch. Because right now, there's like nothing. It's just pure flatness right here. And it's a great place if you did have a camper, because this is all BLM land and you can just camp anywhere here to clear all the way over to Spring Mountains over there, over by Lake Church, all the way over to Mount Charleston pretty much. You can camp all the way over that way. And that's like a solid good 10 miles, if not more. Well, it's probably way more than that, actually. It's probably 10 miles to get to 160. So that's going east. So it's a really nice road. I kind of like this Last Chance Road. If you had a Jeep or something like that, or maybe a truck with like a slightly higher lift kit on it, or just some big old 4x4 tires, get some BF Goodrich AT KO2s or something like that, you'd be totally fine with off-roading out here. And it's only busy on the weekends. I was out here yesterday and I was climbing way up in the mountains out here, and all day I probably saw one Jeep creep down, maybe two Jeeps. I did see two Jeeps. They just came all the way down this way, which was pretty cool. But this is like Monday, and I haven't seen anybody, hide nor hair of anybody, coming down Last Chance Road. So I just thought I'd throw another little quick video online of things you might see when you're on the side of the road. So keep having a great day. I'm gonna keep heading out of here. If I see anything else cool, I will be right back. Otherwise, I'll come up with a new video soon. Sorry it took a week. So I'll come out with a new video pretty soon. All right, keep having a great day.